Oh, yeah, one more thing. You're going to need this, I think. Hand that to him. Try to make sure it doesn't get into the frame, okay? All right. From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Boys Soccer on LSP. Today it's the Brooks Bishops taking on the Lawrence Academy Spartans in ISL action. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Eob Hoggett is on camera. It is cloudy, it is muggy, it is spitting rain. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but you never know, and I have handed Eob my umbrella just in case. That was the the exchange you just heard with the standby screen up. Lawrence Academy just hovering above 500 right now in the overall standings, hoping to clinch a postseason berth. Remember, I mean, there are multiple divisions across NEPSAC, but it's a fixed 8 teams get in to each bracket. Lawrence Academy entering play 4-2-3 in ISL play, 5-2-3 overall. So not too bad overall, but really in the middle of the pack of the ISL. Brooks enters play 7-2 in the ISL and 9-2 overall. And but everybody's looking up at Milton Academy, who is undefeated in league play and 10-0-3 overall. The Mustangs unbeaten, just the 3 draws, just the 3 draws in non-league play. Those came against NMH, Phillips Andover, and Berkshire. The scores of those games, by the way, 1-1, 1-1, and 0-0. That's what Milton Academy has under their belt, and the Mustangs also beat LA 4-0 in their league opener. Brooks has the Mustangs in Milton, though, on November 9th in the penultimate game of the season. Lawrence Academy comes into play with coming off a 1-0 victory over Thayer here in Groton on the 22nd. A loss to St. Sebastian's at St. Sebastian's 3-0 on a week ago today. Broke their unbeaten streak of 6 games. They were 3-0-3 in their previous 6. But the loss to St. Sebastian's, they're only their second loss of the season. But both of their losses to really tough opponents, St. Sebastian's and Milton Academy, both on the road for what it's worth. St. Sebastian's entering play at 6-2-1 and 7-3-1 overall today. But it's going to be a tough test against Brooks. Again, the number 2 team in the ISL. It's 7-2, tied with Rivers in that department. All right, so one player you want to look out for if you're looking for stats.
Remember me? Did my daughter's game, Kylie Bertos, for Nobles a few years ago.
How you doing?
You got a card?
No, not with me. I've moved several times. John Bertos, holy God! It's just everything's coming back. Everything's rushing back after the big awful earlier this year. I'll tell you the story after the game. Oh my God, we got a little bit of a delayed start too. We were supposed to kick off at 3. Might have been a little delayed for the, of course, for the weather we've had. Again, it's 59 degrees. Humidity's 100% minimum. There's some anyways, so yeah, if you're looking for who to look out for if you're watching Brooks, Kyle Joyce enters play as the 3rd leading scorer in the ISL with 8 goals and 5 assists for a total of 21 points. He is tied overall in points with Jack Mulca of St. Sebastian's, but Mulca has 10 goals. Lawrence Academy kind of spreads the love offensively. You got to go all the way down to Alex Caribbean for the leading scorer in terms of overall points for the Spartans at 4 goals and 4 assists, 12 points. Not in the top 10, but you know, in the end, the one stat that matters is the wins and loss column. And Asa Rot. 1 second. Well, let me just find the. Well, I would argue that Peter Scheib should not have a 19.6 goals against average. It only has him playing 225 minutes and allowing 49 goals. That does not seem right. Certainly not from what we saw last time when on LSP when the Spartans played Tabor. So goalie stats maybe a little, definitely a little off in the ISL on the ISL website. But anyways, I realize I'm uploading this video after the game to Huddle for the team. So sorry to give you that scare, Pete, if you're watching. All right, so LA in blue, Brooks in white, as we get this one underway, and LA will have possession to start. Clock is set to 45 minutes. Waiting for Owen Puglielli to get the signal. I thought that last name, I thought Harry Burdos sounded familiar. What, does the Burdos family not have loyalty to one school anymore? No way. All right, fair enough. We got to get you on the mic maybe, John. You might want to tilt up a little bit, man. Tilt up. Yeah, just remember the score bug. Yeah, all right. So here we go. 20 seconds into this one. Oh, man. Just really a kind of a, it feels like a clip show. A reunion episode or something right now. See how the rain affects this game. Again, it's not coming down heavily at all right now, but got to be worried as this goes over to the left side for Alejo Wolper and out of play. I don't think Bob Euchre ever called a game of soccer in his life. I think the closer definition would be wide left if you remember the Miami, Florida State games of yore, and at least that's like some variant of football. All right. You got a whistle and we got a foul here, and it looks like it's going to be LA ball. Tilt down a little bit. All right, right there. Keep it right there. All right. Literally, don't worry about zooming in and out. Just make sure you get the action in the picture. Impossible to do with an umbrella. I get it. I feel your pain. I've done this a million times just doing game film. Chance right on goal. Quick opportunity picked up. Two minutes gone by here in the first half, and all the action's been on the microphone right now. Maybe a chance here for Tristan Warner on the right side. Speeding into the box, takes the shot, and picked up very easily by Scheib. Out to the near side for Alex Caribbean. Leading scorer for the Spartans. Making the turn here is Henrik Bowen. Goes back to Caribbean. And that'll be a foul on Harry Burdos. Sorry, man. All right. Bowen wanted to take the throw in, and now he's wondering why the referee is pointing towards Brooks. Not an ideal call if you're the Spartans. Comes to the near side. Throw in for Taylor Wierzinski. Bowen tries to nutmeg his defender, Charlie Smith, but he puts a stop to that. Back the other way come the Bishops. Wolper up to the right side to Warner. Back to Wolper. And Wolper goes back to his back line. And Charlie Powers up the right side. Tap down. See if Brooks can set up their offense. Crossfield pass to Burdos. Burdos escapes a challenge that could have been fouled. Could have been a foul on Wierzinski if he didn't play the advantage, but he kept moving. And it ends up being cleared out of play. It will be a Brooks throw, though. Kyle Joyce, the aforementioned leading scorer for the Bishops, puts it in on Scheib, and he hauls it in.
Keep going over there next time. Keep going around him. You gotta stop,
Go up the left side. And here come the Spartans on the attack. Noah Vitesse makes a turn, launches, picked up. Zach Amato, sophomore goalie out of Woburn, Mass. And a whistle, and it'll be a foul on the Spartans. As we approach 5 minutes gone by here in the first half, still no score between the Lawrence County Spartans and the Brooks Bishops. Into the middle of the field, and the Spartans regain possession. The Spartans win this game. They'll pull even with Brooks and Rivers in terms of points. Overall, though, it would still be one win behind Brooks and Rivers for second in the ISL. But a win, of course, would do wonders for the Spartans' postseason chances, or at least their chance of getting a home game cleared out to midfield. Up the far side, off the chest of Connor O'Neill, and out of play for a Brooks throw. Quick restart. On the right side, Joyce has it booted away into the woods again. Saw what last week, or the last boys soccer game we did. It was we had a player or a sub or someone from the Tabor contingent basically do a plancha over the fence behind their bench to retrieve a ball that had gone into the woods. Y'all don't know what a plancha is? I forget if I told you what it was during that broadcast, but I will explain once we have a stoppage in play, if I remember it. My dumb brain. Burdos out of play. So it'll be Charlie Smith to take this throw. Brooks not wasting any time on throw-ins in the early going. Want to keep the pressure on. And he'll go to Burdos. Bounces off his foot to Bowen. Up the near side for Caribbean. Hello, I have a bad foot. All right, hang on a second. Can't. Oh, please tell me you didn't get me on camera. Oh, God. A day which will live in infamy. Moving on. Wolper, again towards Scheib. I mean, I could have lifted it pretty easily. It's just that I've got my computer bag and the photographer's camera bag here next to the table that Kevin Potter so graciously provided. Thank you, Kevin. All right. Near side, Moverimi's going to want you to go out of bounds. It will be an LA throw, though. Wierzinski quickly to Bowen, tries the dummy foot pass into the middle of the field. Nobody home, and Burdos is going to draw a foul. And Bowen, down to his knees, he might be hurt. Doesn't appear to be too shaken up. It doesn't seem to be too awful. But Burdos is, I don't know, may have I mean, you can see his reaction to what happened. It doesn't appear to be anything terribly serious. Nobody got spiked, certainly, but maybe a accidental knee to the gut or something, or nothing terribly egregious. Otherwise, I think Mr. Burdos would have been had a little bit more of a reaction, and again, just a bit outside. All right. While we wait for this goal kick, we'll let you know that advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcast for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. All right, we continue. 9 minutes gone by here in the first half, and still looking for our first goal between the Brooks Bishops and the Lawrence Academy Spartans. Last time we were here, we saw a 1-1 draw between LA and Tabor, with neither team wanting to settle for just 1 point, as they both ramped up their offenses late in the second half, but came away with just the 1 goal each. Not as quick a restart for Brooks this time. They'll try to loft it high into the box for Joyce, and cleared by Wierzinski. Off the foot of Powers. A deflection by Vitesse. Out of play for a Brooks throw for O'Neill. Again with the indecision here by the Bishops. Not as aggressive as they were in the first 5 minutes, I would say, offensively. Oh, I don't know if Bowen saw that pass come and turned around a little late, and that might have broken up that chance for the Spartans offense. As on the counterattack, here's Smith to the near side for Wolper. Wolper into the middle, and a good defense by Caribbean puts it back to the Brooks back line. Traffic there as Gomes gets sandwiched, and Bowen pursues it out of bounds, but it's a Brooks throw. It'll be Smith here with the throw. Rain starting to pick up a little bit and headed away at the last minute by Martindale. Back towards the box, though. And I better do a little tightrope job there to make sure he doesn't carry it out of the box. And Martindale deflected out. Joyce launches it and just tipped over. Wow. Scheib. What a save. Destined for the top shelf. What a blast from distance by Kyle Joyce. It will result in a corner, though. And now we have a whistle. Ball came onto the field. I guess the ball boy on that side thought it was a goal kick for Scheib, but Scheib did tip it over the crossbar, so it does result in a Brooks corner. First of the match for either side. Don't often see the striker taking the corners at this level, but Joyce takes it, and it's another corner as it went out of bounds off of an LA player. This is more of a low-line drive, knocked down in front of the goal. Still live! Oh, the header attempt. Fanned on, if you can call it that. And it'll be a goal kick for the Spartans. 12 and a half gone by here in the first half. Still looking for our first goal. Scheib with a little Texas two-step, and they're just staying loose in the box there. Up the near side, Wierzinski into the middle for Caribbean. Back to the back line again. Oh, excellent pressure here by Joyce. Could force a turnover, but Comes to Muvarimi. Muvarimi gets tackled. Excellent defense by Rafael. Odabanjo. Up the right side. Quick restart for LA on the throw-in. LA wanted a foul there. They thought Gomes got pushed. They keep possession, though. There's Gomes again in the middle. Traffic all over him. Odabanjo, great defense. Back-to-back plays. Back the other way come the Bishops. On the right side, past the defense of Graham. And Camino trying to pry it free for the Bishops. And he goes down. Got a whistle. And Bernardo Camino from Santo Domingo in the DR will get up. Brooks wanted to start play again rather quickly. And I'll wait for the referee, just make sure Camino's okay. Didn't have to come off or anything. All right, so it will be a throw. It doesn't look like any bookings for Lawrence Academy, so we play on. Throw in along the box, too. Cross, nobody home for the Bishops. Advertising opportunity. Oh, I did that one already. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. 15 minutes gone by here in the first half. No score between the Spartans and the Bishops. Here we go. Shy boots it deep. Brooks is trying to move upfield from the left side. Wolper. Oh, just tried to do a barrel roll through Caribbean. Turned it over. Goes out to midfield. And there's O'Neal on the back line for the Bishops. Now Odabanjo slips, trying to pursue it against Puglielli. And back the other way come the Spartans. Will Vitesse be able to keep this one in bounds? Doesn't look like it. Up the right side and poked away by Martindale. Puglielli. Bishops gain possession. Good speed here, trying to force his way through is Bertos. Meets two defenders, goes down, and it'll be throw in for Bertos. Throwing into the box, headed away. From about 25 here. It's Bertos. Pop fly caught by the goalie. Scheib, oh, drilled it right into, finds the corner, the cross, chested down, the shot is blocked. Odabanjo, another chance, in!
Yeah, all right.
Kyle Joyce,
Good job, Kyle. Good finish.
rejoice, Bishops fans.
Good ball, Tristan.
It's 1-0.
Good ball, Harry.
Ricocheted off an LA player. That started with Scheib trying to clear and it going right to Odabanjo, starting the second chance opportunity for the Bishops. So 1-0 as Joyce picks up his 8th goal. Spartans tried to equalize. It was too far out of the reach of Vitesse. They still have an opportunity there. It's still live in the box. Can they get it on target? They cannot. But it looks like the referee is pointing to the corner. I misspoke. Joyce with his 9th goal of the season. His 9th goal of the season in league play. His 10th goal of the season overall. He is one of now 6 players with double-digit goals in the ISL. First corner of the match for the Spartans. Headed to Bonjo. And now some space for the Bishops. Quickly upfield. Is Joyce able to stay on side? No, the flag is up. Bertos, Joyce and Mr. Bertos trying to assure Harry it's not a big deal. He was offside. It went out of bounds. It wasn't going to happen. Nothing to complain about. All right. Kids these days, right? Bertos. I don't know. Harry Bertos looking for a call there, but on the left side, it's Wolper. Can he get the cross here? He does! And it's right into the lap of Shy, but we have a whistle, and it's going to be LA ball anyway, and we're also going to have a substitution. Odabanjo's going off for the Bishops. And we have a Brady Sullivan sighting. Sullivan is a sophomore from Paget, Bermuda. You know, you talk about like, oh, all these tropical spots you want to go for on vacation. Bermuda's in the North Atlantic. It's actually not as close to the Caribbean as one might think. Oh, dangerous spot there for Scheib. Misjudged it. It took a turn on him, but it went wide right of goal. But it is going to result in another Brooks corner. "24 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 our score. Brooks on top. Here's the corner for the Bishops. Over the head of Bertos to the near side. Bertos will go pursue it. Good tackle. Will push it over the end line for a goal kick. And I don't know if Wierzinski was able to keep possession, keep moving upfield, would have created a opportunity for the Spartans. Instead, a turnover off the goal kick. But the Spartans get it back. Excellent pressure. Not much time in the attacking third at all this game thus far for the Spartans. They are able to get it into about the attacking third here for a throw-in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Throw-in just went straight off Spartans' foot. Out of bounds, results in a throw-in counterattack for the Bishops, but intercepted at the back line. Up the far side. Powers pursuing it for Brooks. Forces it out of bounds. First Spartans throw as we approach the halfway mark of this first half. It's Caribbean. Try to get away from Bertos. Bertos listed as a defender, by the way, but we've seen him providing support on the attack too, coming up from the back line. But we have a throw in here for the Spartans in the offensive third. Here it comes. Comes into the box. Well, I was wondering how much the field conditions would come into play today if we were able to play this match. We are, but Gomes kind of slipped because of the bad turf here. I mean, it's not like this field is historically bad, obviously. Just, the grass. Oh, boy. You all right? Sorry about the box. I'll move it. Mr. Bertos. Oh, just move that next to the table. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, right there's fine. Yeah. Okay. God. I'd hate to feel responsible for that. Oh, God. I have enough anxiety in my life right now. Free kick for Joyce, headed back towards midfield and out of bounds as we approach 21 minutes to go. Sullivan, who just came on recently, had tried to set up a possession, but had swept away all the way back to Smith on the near side. Into the midfield for Joyce. Over to the right side, headed away. Warner bouncing it around, trying to keep it in bounds in front of the LA bench. And plays catch with O'Neal. Up the right side, Graham pursuing it, sweeps it away. Puglielli gets over his defender who had slipped. Therefore, it is Powers, and he turns it the other way. Referee pointed towards Brooks, calling a foul on the Spartans, but they played on. This might be a spot here where Camino might be offside, and yes, the flag is in fact up. Into the middle of the field for Muvarimi. Back to the back line. Oh, dangerous spot there going over the end line. Corner kick for Brooks. Oh, man.
Time your run.
Here's the corner for the Bishops over the head of Bertos to the near left corner. Bertos in the wrestling match with Martindale out of bounds for a Spartans goal kick. Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, which I promise I will get the hamsters running on the wheel eventually now that maintenance finally came. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37, and of course subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. All right, we are under 19 minutes to go in the first half. Looks like we have some more changes. At least for Brooks. Bernardo Camino's come off. Clark Stroh is here on the near side. Number 16 in white for Brooks. Goes all the way to the back line. Lucas Macklin-Dibb is on the field too for the Bishops. And now it's Tristan Warner. Over to the near side. Stroh moving to his right into the middle. And good defense by Bowen. Muscling up against the much taller Bertos. Look at Bowen launch from about 40. And Scheib picks it up. 1-0 our score. 1-0. Brooks on top. The 10th goal of the season for Kyle Joyce is the difference right now. Bowen has not been happy with some of the calls he's been involved with. He hasn't really gotten anything to go. He hasn't gotten much anyways to go his way, but here's a chance now for the Spartans. Onside, hip to hip with his man is Vitiz. He goes down, swept away by Macklin-Dibb. Both teams looking for calls, and now it'll pop up, drop in the box, and be picked up by Amato. Nothing looked terribly egregious there, though somebody could have easily been called up for a foul in that play where Vitiz went down. Vitiz himself could have been called for a foul in that situation. Scheib boots this away. Now up to Joyce. Try the give and go back to Joyce. Instead it goes to Stroh. Stroh into the middle. And Bowen unable to keep it in bounds. Throw in for Brooks. Into the middle of the field. Joyce looking for some space. Instead it goes out to the right wing. And cutting it off is Graham, which will force a Brooks throw, but along the box. We approach 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Still 1-0 our score. Kyle Joyce, 10th goal of the season, the difference. And as I just said, goal that he ricocheted off an LA leg in the box. Pinned back on their heels much of this game. They've had a couple of bursts into the zone, but nothing very prolonged. Puglielli's pass is broken up. Vitesse with some indecision with Bowen. Bowen wants to do it. Vitesse goes down. Now it's Caribbean. Headed down. Caribbean gets it back. Into the middle of the field. And Brooks takes over after all that. Nothing even threatening Amato in that sequence. Out of bounds to LA, though, for this throw by Wierzinski. Muvarimi. And for what it's worth, a lot of the slippage, when players are slipping, it seems to be happening down towards the right end of the field, the end of the field that Brooks is defending right now. So that's gonna. So when LA is defending that end at the in the second half, considering they're trailing right now, well, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that. Does it mean that offense has better footing down on the end the Spartans are defending now here on this left side? And maybe the offense will reverse its fortunes in the second half? Or is this just a matter of, will the Bishops on offense be able to force the Spartans into some spots where they might slip and open up some opportunities? Is it a matter of skill or is it just a matter of the turf? We'll find out in about 14 minutes plus halftime. Still a lot to be decided here in the first half. Been excellent defense for the most part and goalkeeping for the Spartans, but that one clearance by Scheib that went right to Otobanjo ended up creating the counterattack opportunity that the Bishops needed. So, corner kick once again for the Bishops. Scuffed a little bit, and LA defense able to push it out. Up the far side, headed back from midfield to Powers. And there is Bertos making a move to his right. Spartans unable to clear, bailing him out is Joyce. And now Bertos! Unable to make the save is Scheib. Wide open net. Oh, he pushed it too high. Stroh. Doesn't look like, I'm not sure if it would have counted anyway. Looked like the referee's flag was up. I don't know if that was just for the substitution, but just for the sub. Okay. Yeah, didn't think it would be an offside situation. The ball came back to Stroh, but a missed opportunity there for the Bishops to make it 2-0 as we are under 12 minutes to go. Scheib again with the goal kick. Bowen overruns it, but gets it back. Up the right side. Vitesse trying to get the corner. Bumps off his defender, Macklin Dibb, and Macklin Dibb forces the turnover. Bowen then pushes it over the end line, and this is going to be a goal kick for Brooks. You can tell that Vitesse and Bowen are frustrated. Had some opportunities, but they were snuffed out in short order. Martindale gets in front of his man and falls down, hoping to draw a foul, but Martindale is moving well within his rights there, so no foul, just incidental stuff, and we continue. Up the right side again for Bowen. Through ball. Vitesse is there too. And then it's pushed out of bounds by Macklin Dibb. Spartans with a throw in here. It'll be Wierzinski. Wierzinski backing up. Can try something maybe? Yeah, nothing too special. Headed into the box. And here's the blast! Just over the crossbar by Puglielli. Want to play that would have been to equalize it. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or check out our exclusive collection of merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit lsp37.creator-spring.com for merchandise and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for DVDs. We continue play with under 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Zach Amato, probably the biggest scare thus far he just faced from the Spartans offense, but the blast from Puglielli from about 35 was over the crossbar. Chance now for the Bishops again to make it 2-0, but behind the goal by Owen Brown. 1-0 our score. The difference again is Kyle Joyce's 10th of the season. Joyce, the senior from Peabody, Mass., not far from Brooks. Peabody's a little closer to the North Shore. Brooks is located in North Andover, but same general vicinity, northeastern Mass. Here come the Spartans, through ball on the left side for Vitesse. Vitesse sells it down. Oh, he tried the golazo, and I think his spikes got caught in the wet grass. Oh, God. Scheib was coming up out of his box to yell at his strikers. He has to get it. He being a motto, and now the Spartans will counterattack again! Left of goal this time. Oh, you know, Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs, he was in a media scrum the other day, and he hadn't scored, and they were asking him, you know, what do you think, you know, hitting the post and everything, and he put it quite simply, it sucks, and yeah, it does, but you just need one to get in to get your confidence going, and obviously there's not as much scoring in soccer as there is in hockey, but, you know, in terms of a team effort, it's one of those things where you get one in, maybe the rest of the team's confidence builds too. Just within this game, here's Joyce! No! Sliced it wide right for a goal kick. I feel like both teams are, I mean, I feel like both teams are like taking these goals from at least 25 or 30. They're just blasting it. Do they? It's like they know this game's on camera or something. Want to be on SportsCenter? I don't know. And up the left side, maybe miscalculated header there by Sam Campbell. Out of bounds as we approach 6 minutes to go. And up the right side, Brooks attacking again. Caden Lee cuts it off, stumbling, and it'll be a goal kick again. LSP's next broadcast is this Saturday at 12:55 p.m. when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the Tabor Seawolves in NEPSAC and ISL football action. Watch the game live at local sports production on youtube.com/c/local sports productions and buy a game then watch the game on demand anytime or buy DVD from the LSP store. Here's a header away from the box on another bid by the Brooks offense again. Bowen wanted a handball on Burdos, and Bowen's temper starting to boil over a little bit, and the frustration has been mounting for him. I don't blame him, but I feel like there could have at least been a handball there on Harry Burdos, but Bowen, I think, is more concerned about. He thought he was fouled. I mean, it would have resulted in would have the same result either way. A free kick for LA. Oh, the Spartans called for a handball in the box. They didn't get it, and now there's a whistle. The linesman's flag is up. And oh no, Peter Scheib is hurt. Good thing nothing scored off of the Spartans pleading for a handball in the box. I didn't get a good look at it. I don't know if there should have been. I think the more obvious handball would have been the one closer, at least by my eyes, would have been the one that should have been called on Burdos when he was hip-to-hip with Bowen. But after all that, much ado about nothing, and here come the Spartans. Bowen with a burst of speed, beats his man. Smith now makes the turn, tries to get into the box. Tap down, no call, cleared. Under 3.5 to go. Camino muscling against Kafua, and out of bounds for a Brooks throw. Ramping up the intensity, both teams here in the last few minutes of this first half. Brooks wants to make it 2-0 by halftime. LA wants to pull even. Warner poked away, whistle, foul on Brooks. Games become so much more physical in poor conditions, it seems. And it's easy to see why. Burdos. Got a whistle. Linesman flag is up. It's a offside. And Bowen thought he got was trying to wipe something out of his eye. I don't know if he got poked in the eye by Burdos or if some grass got into his eye. I mean, that's certainly a possibility. He didn't seem terribly upset. Hopefully he got his frustration out in that last play with Burdos, where he didn't get carded, and hopefully he's got that out of his system. He doesn't have to worry about anything after that in terms of maybe the referee trying to, I don't know. But like I say, as the clock is stopped with 2 minutes to go and the remaining time will be kept on the field, it's easy to see why games get more physical in poor conditions. Whoa! Scheib cleared it at the very last moment with a man coming right towards him. But, when games get more physical, because, the weather can get on your nerves, and then when players slip, it aggravates them, and it's more than just physical stuff. It's psychological stuff that can aggravate the players, even if, there's nothing personal or nobody, did anything vicious specifically to anyone else on the field. And, these things build and can boil over. Brooks looking for that 2-0 lead before half, bouncing around in and outside the goal, outside the box rather. Referee, linesman's flag was up. We continue on though, cut off in the box and cleared aside by Puglielli. A lot of close calls there in that sequence for both teams. And now back the other way. LA maybe one last counterattack before halftime. Chris Scheib is on the field, and then it's swept away by Powers up the right side for Camino. Out of bounds. See if the referee blows his whistle. Nope. Still some time here. We did have a couple of stoppages. Oh, whistle. No, he's just trying him to back up, it looks like. Or is that a substitution? Yeah, that is Vitesse. Vitesse coming back onto the field and Bowen going off. And I agree with Bowen, being frustrated by some of these calls and being involved in some of the most physical action we've seen in this very physical game. Give him a little more time to catch his breath, settle down before halftime, because they need his talents in the second half. They don't want him to get carded or, God forbid, sent off. Well, might be the last kick of the half here. It's going to be a free kick from just outside the box for LA. So how'd you like this if you're the Spartans to equalize? Here we go. Everyone's crowding the box. Drops. Cross is blocked. Another cross out to the top of the box. Glances outside. Camino gets it to safety. One last opportunity maybe for Brooks. Lee's going to cut it off. Gets pushed from behind. Goes down. No call. And it's going to be a free kick. Still not done. Thought that last free kick down here would have been the end. But Caden Lee has been doing an excellent job in the defensive midfield. Another opportunity for the Spartans. Gomes cut off, and that'll be the end of a eventful first half, to say the very least. And all we have to show for on the scoreboard is Kyle Joyce's 10th of the season to make it Brooks 1, LA 0 after 45 minutes of play. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. This is NEPSAC Boys Soccer on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of NEPSAC Boys Soccer here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is 1-0. Why did that change? There we are. Okay, the Brooks Bishops on top of the Lawrence Academy Spartans. As we get the second half underway, Brooks in white, LA in blue. And this is Kyle Joyce, who had the goal in the first half. Oh, he almost had a second. Just missed going over the goal line out to the far side. Excellent play by Joyce, looking to make it 2-0 with the team switching sides. Brooks going left to right, LA going right to left. We saw some slippery turf in this situation that might have cost LA some offensive opportunities, and most of that was really on the side closer to the camera. And we'll see if LA will fare any better attacking the other way. But right now, everything on the LA end. They're going to end up getting a goal kick out of this. And just before we came back on for the second half, the linesman who was on this side on that play where Bowen was frustrated they didn't get either a foul call or a handball call on Brooks. In terms of like when it's in the outfield, like when you're in a play like here, like 40 yards away from goal, if you're in possession of the ball, I would say we might have had an offensive opportunity, but LA was defending this. If you're in possession of the ball and it goes, if you're possessing the ball, it goes off your foot and then it glances off your hand. If you're possessing the ball, that's not a handball. It's not even an incidental handball that will stop play and give possession to the other team. That's ball to hand, more than hand to ball. But if that happens, but if that same thing happens and you're in the box, different story. Out here, when you're 40 yards away from goal, it's not going to result in a call in that situation. I mean, if you're playing in the middle of the field and like the ball's coming off a goal kick or a clearance of some kind, and the ball comes towards you and it hits your hand first out of the air, that will be a handball. And then there's a whistle and change possession. So we continue. 3 minutes into the first half. And Zacamano tower buzzed a little bit there, but he picks it up. I mean, buzzing the tower, kind of use that as kind of a catch-all metaphor for any kind of close call for a player who has the ball coming towards them frequently, like a goalie in lacrosse or soccer or field hockey or ice hockey, as well as a batter in baseball if a pitch ball comes towards their head. But he's kind of like for a catch-all, like I say, for any situation where heart race has got to turn their head, see what happens. Anyways, probably not the metaphor you'd want to use in a game, shortly after, say, 9/11, but it's now 2022. Oh, we got a challenge here, and this is going to result in a booking. And Noah Vatisse, in Canadian, is going to see yellow. Make sure our man is okay here for Brooks. We'll proceed. Anthony Caribbean, the Brooks coach, the LA coach rather, obviously not happy with the call, but Alejo Wolper is okay. He's going to come off the field under his own power. And with Vatisse being booked, someone's got to getting yellow. He's not ejected, but someone's going to come on for him for a few minutes anyways. And now we got another is this another stop? Is the referee going over here to – no, he's just getting in position. I was going to say, I thought I saw another card coming out of his pocket, but it's just putting it away. All right, we proceed to give you what you need. Brooks on the attack over the crossbar. 5.5 gone by here in the second half, and LA still trying to pull even. Win would pull LA even in terms of points in overall record with the Bishops, but would still have them 3 points behind them in the standings, in the league standings, that is. Camino battling Kafua for that ball, but the Spartans bring it upfield. On the left side, it's Bowen. The cross, headed, and Amato's got it. Quick boot upfield by Amato, drops for Joyce. And now whistle, and we got a player down behind the play for LA. I believe that's Wierzinski. He's back up on 2 feet, hunched over here, and he's walking over. We'll stay on the field, or Anthony Caribbean's coming on to make sure he's okay, and he tells the referee he wants a sub, so Wierzinski will get a rest. Hopefully he'll be okay and get some fresh legs on for the Spartans. And it looks like it's going to be a drop ball for between two young men who have been going at it all game. Oh my. Bowen and Bertos. And that's pass into the middle, cut off just before the box. Oh, flying in to try and keep the possession alive is Bertos. He went a barrel down to the turf as he played it. Fanned on by Kafua. He gets it back and plays it upfield, but Amato's first to get to it. I was going to say, Bertos' sister, Kylie, played at Nobles. Mr. Bertos is here, and I was like no loyalty to one school. I was like, nope, but it's like, could you imagine if just imagine for a second if Bowen and Bertos were brothers or cousins or something, and considering how hard they've been going after each other this game. Brooks setting up their offense. Good defense at the top of the box, though, by Graham. Here's a shot that goes over the crossbar and out of play, but it was deflected, so it'll be a corner for Brooks. Can you imagine if those two were brothers or cousins or anything? It'd be like the most awkward Thanksgiving ever. It's like Aaron and Austin Nola in the Aaron Nola, the Phillies pitcher, and Austin Nola, the Padres catcher, and they are in the NLCS, they became the first pair of brothers to face each other in an at-bat in a postseason series. There's another wrinkle to the Nola's relationship. I'll tell you about in a second. As Brooks setting up their offense again, Camino. Tried to get the corner for a cross, and it'll be played out of bounds. In their one regular season meeting this season, Austin singled off of Aaron. In his career, if I remember reading the stat I read on Twitter, I gotta go over it. But basically, like, here's Bertos. I'll tell you in a second. Bertos, nice sliding tackle, forces it out of bounds for a Brooks throw. Quick restart. Out to Bowen. Kept alive by Powers. Creeping up from midfield to the opposite side of the box. Forces his way towards goal. Good defense and cleared. Bowen's there. Vitesse is back on the field after his yellow. Tries to thread the needle for Bowen, but Smith gets in his way. Out of bounds. But some like 3 of the 6 hardest pitches that Aaron Nola has thrown in his MLB career have been to his own brother. Something along those lines. But knowing that Aaron is going to the World Series and Austin is not, brother, you can have that hit in the regular season. I'm going for a ring. Into the middle of the field for Wolper, who's back on after the challenge that resulted in Vitesse's yellow. Good sliding tackle by Lee, and back the other way come the Spartans. Caribbean, oh, good defense, forces it out of bounds. Powers. And after all that, it's going to result in a Brooks throw as it was off Caribbean. 11.5 gone by here in the second half. Still 1-0. Brooks on top. Cluster players here on the near side, passing the midfield. Wierzinski's there for the Spartans. Wierzinski on the right side, tries the through ball. Vitesse was closest to it for LA, but Amato's there to snuff it out for Brooks. Down the near side, it's O'Neal. Camino back to O'Neal, give and go, try to launch it for Wolper, back in the middle of the field for Puglielli. Threading it for Caribbean up the right side. It's Gomes, maybe a little too strong, stays with it though. Tries to cross, there for it though is Bertos. Glances it out of the box to the near side. Caribbean. LA has to regroup here. Kafua connects with Caribbean, and it glanced off his spikes out of bounds to Brooks. Camino will drop it off instead for O'Neal. Caribbean, no foul. Whose ball is it? LA's. Kafua. A lot of white jerseys in the passing lanes. Does find Caribbean, but then is forced to go back out to Lee. Now Kafua. Give and go with Bowen. Turned over. Up the near side. Lee sticks his boot out. Lee. Bowen. Waits. Tries to thread the needle for Vitesse. He gets into the box. Looks for some space on the right side. A little too strong. Could have connected with Wierzinski. Wierzinski was cutting across from behind Amato. I don't know if he leapt up to maybe get a header on target. He would have had an opportunity. But letting it go does result in a corner kick for LA. Here it comes. Headed up. Amato literally punches it off the line. And the Bishop's able to get it out. To the near side, Lee keeps it in bounds. And then swept upfield. Oh, look how far off his line Scheib has come. Scheib boots it. Now it's Bertos. Getting past number 6 counterpart Puglielli, but defense forces it back to Puglielli, but he puts it out of bounds. About 15 minutes gone by here in the second half. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypvp@gmail.com for more information. Headed away. Back to Joyce. Lone goal scorer in this one. Joyce launches it towards the box. Headed away. And no one there but blue jerseys to take over that one. Bowen back into the middle of the field for Gomes. Out to the right side, Wierzinski. Threading the needle for Vettis, not there. And Bowen guilty of a foul there, tripping up his man from behind. Oh, Bertos might have the dirtiest jersey of anyone on the field right now. Gotta get those whites bright for the next road game. Brooks on the attack. Stand-up defense by Martindale getting his man's way. Here's a shot! Shot with the save! But the rebound is there! And Brooks leads 2-0. Brady Sullivan. Came from some rock in the North Atlantic. It's 2-0. The sophomore from Bermuda. Backbreaker, potentially. Bertos threading the needle. Oh, he goes down. He's grabbing his knee. Play continues, and the referee blows his whistle. Ball came out to, oh, wow. Bertos back up. Came out to Martinez. Marco Martinez here on the near side. Bertos got up after the stoppage. And I don't know. Launched by Joyce. Oh, Air Scheib coming out to snatch that one out of the air. Oh, look who's there. Bertos. Up the right side. Bertos tried to poke it away. Was unsuccessful, but Brooks able to get possession anyway. Oh, glance off, maybe a divot in the turf. Here's another chance for Sullivan. And the defense by Kafua snuffs that one out. Tried to sweep it up the near side. And it comes all the way back to the back line. And O'Neal. Joyce, crossfield pass. Out to the left edge of the box. And we got a whistle. Looks like the offside flag was up here on the near side. As we approach 20 minutes gone by here in the second half. Left side, it's Bowen. Gomes might have mischarged the pass, but gets it, takes the shot. Oh, another chance on the right side. Wierzinski cutting in from behind again, and they couldn't connect with him. But this time, it won't result in a corner. It will just be a goal kick. Poor guy, Chris Scheib. Not Scheib, excuse me, Taylor Wierzinski. Chris Scheib did have a chance in the first half, but Bowen gets it back off the goal kick, is tripped up from behind, and He finally gets a call. He wanted a quick restart. Tristan Warner was stepping right in front of him, but the referee's going to instruct him to back it up anyway. So this will be from about 35, and it's Lee. Lee with a low line drive towards the box and cleared. And back the other way come the Bishops. Dangerous spot here. Sullivan might be offside. He's trying his desperately to stay onside. And eventually Spartans able to stop it, but not for long as it comes back to Martinez on the right wing. Lost it towards the box, headed off the top of the box. Spartans have possession. Try to thread it through Warner. There is Powers. Handled on one hop by Shy. Back the other way come the Spartans. On the right side, off of Wierzinski's chest. Quick restart for Brooks. 24 minutes to go. Picked off. Back the other way come the Spartans. The referee's flag stays down. Back the other way come the Spartans. Here's the blast and the save by Amato. Oh, it would have been vindication for Bowen. Amato knocks it down, gets both hands up. And it remains 2-0. The clean sheet stays intact. Bowen thought he got dragged down, wanted a foul on O'Neal, didn't get it. Back the other way comes the Brooks offense. Linesman's flag is up. (2-0) our score. Brooks on top. Joyce and Sullivan, the goal scorers for the Bishops. Special moment for Brady. Make sure of this. If Brady Sullivan listed as number 15 on the ISL page, I'll make sure I've got the right Sullivan, but yeah, that looks to be Sullivan's first goal of the season. Spartans looking to cut the deficit in half, right in on Amato. And he falls on it like Steve Rogers on that dummy grenade. I am literally begging myself to watch any other movie. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Do not let your concepts of conflict and conflict resolution begin and end with Marvel movies, Harry Potter, and the West Wing. It's much more nuanced than that, I promise you. Superhero movies have the worst takes on ethics since Kant, anyways. Under 21 minutes to go in the second half, and Burdos gets tripped up. Feels like the Burdos and Bowen show right now. And Burdos and Bowen, wasn't that a comic in Highlights magazine years ago? I am 35 years old. I am talking like I'm 90. I feel like 90 sometimes. And I'm expecting you guys to understand these references. Onward. Oh, heady play, quite literally, by Vitesse. Oh, he tried to get it in, and tried to get it in on a mono. Lucas Macklin-Dibb coming in from behind, got in the way, ricocheted it over the end line for a corner for the Spartans. I don't know, should this corner be on that side? I thought the ball went over the end line on this side of the goal, but anyways. Here we go. Oh, it is going to be over here. What? I don't know. I know you have to worry. I know this linesman standing near me has to worry about this side, but it was like you don't want to confuse like the goal kick signal and a corner signal. I get it, but here it comes into the box, headed over the crossbar. Oh, the Spartans coming tantalizingly close multiple times. Maybe they are finding their footing on this end of the field. And this is where they, I don't know, man. Play on, says the referee, as Gomes was hip to hip with his man. Caribbean getting in front of that one, taken away from Martinez. That was a foul. Well, that was a clean tackle, but instead it is a foul and a free kick. For the Bishops. As we resume play, O'Neal back to Joyce. Taken away, a little bit of a stumble by Bowen, but he gets it back. Tries to find a passing lane, try to connect with Caribbean. Goes back to the midfield, now over to Muvarimi. Gomes, unable to get it forward, comes all the way back. Scheib waits. Now a chance for Brooks. Oh, Scheib misjudged it and it nearly cost him. Scheib wanted to come up and get it, then stepped back, gave the Bishops just enough space for a bid. And it's results in a goal kick for the Bishops with 17 and a half to go. So the Bishops a hair away from putting this one out of reach, you would think. To the near side for Martinez. Cut off. Vitesse waits with the right foot towards the box, headed away. But, it went through the legs of Caribbean. If he had corralled it, would have had a chance to put one on goal. Contact at midfield between Lee and Sullivan. No call either way. Comes back to Vitesse. Defender overran it. Vitesse has some space. Vitesse gets it back after Powers slipped. Now it's the Bowen and Berto show, and it's a goal kick. Whew. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. We resume play as we approach 16 minutes to go. Sliding midair tackle by Gomes, trying to cut off that goal kick. Still bouncing around the midfield stripe. No one's gained firm possession yet. But this through ball, too strong for anyone in blue. Comes back to Amato, tells Macklin-Dibb to let him handle it. Bowen comes up to say, hi, how you doing? And Amato throws it to the near side. Here comes O'Neal. Oh, nice dodge of Caribbean. And now Bertos through ball, headed away by Kafua. And now Joyce. Joyce launches it towards the box, headed away, and over the goal line for a corner kick, rather, for the Bishops. But we'll have a substitution before that happens for the Bishops. Wolper's coming on. Maybe? No, Wolper will not come on just yet. Another corner for the Bishops. I think it was punched away by Scheib. Lands outside the box, and I think it was a foul anyway, called by the referee. So, free kick for Scheib. More subs. As we continue. 14 minutes to go. Martinez now to the right side. It's O'Neal. Coming up for his back line. The cross snapped up by Scheib. Boots it deep. Spartans need 2 goals in 13 and a half minutes here just to get 1 point out of this. Brooks JV players congregating here on the near side. Zoom out a little bit so we can get more picture from this. I believe this is a corner kick for the Bishops. Here it comes. Low line drive. Cleared quickly off out of the box. Bowen, Wierzinski, Vitesse. One-on-one here with Macklin Dibb. Pushed out to the corner. Vitesse gets the cross. Snagged by Amato. 12 and a half to go in the second half. Caribbean into the middle. Taken away from Gomes. No, it's a foul. Quick restart for the Spartans. Kafua, I don't think he was expecting it. Muvarimi came up to get it. And now Bowen, he got tripped up. It's a foul on Martinez. Set piece here from a good spot for the Spartans. Looks to be from about 25 yards away here. Caden Lee will take it with the right foot. Here comes Lee. Have a straight line kick, though. Had no curl to it. And the Bishop's able to clear. Out to midfield. Stopped by Graham. Fanned on, but Bowen could have fed Kafua on the left side. I don't think Kafua was anticipating it, and Kafua's kind of walking around here. Might be a little gassed. I don't know. I don't think he's matching the energy of his other strikers here on the left side. I'm not sure. Here come the Bishops. Trying to put this one to bed. The cross! Right there! Shanked wide right. Right side of the goal was wide open. Didn't come close to the post. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Under 10 and a half to go. Spartans in dire straits here. Spartans have had a good record thus far, but against the top teams in the ISL, they've struggled. Got blanked by Milton. Are currently being blanked by Brooks. Tied for second in the standings coming into play today. Only 2 losses on the season entering play for the Spartans, but again, the 4-0 loss to Milton rather. And the 3-0 loss to St. Sebastian's at 6-2-1. 1 point ahead of the Spartans. In terms of the teams ahead of the Spartans in the ISL standings, second. Brooks looking for another opportunity for goal number 3. A little too strong. LA lost 4-0 to Milton. They're losing to Brooks, as you see, 2-0. They have Rivers on November 2nd. They have Nobles on October, two nights from today, 2 days from today, at Nobles. Mentioned the loss to St. Sebastian's already. And they have BB&N to close out the season. So, they have lost to 2 of the teams ahead of them in the ISL standings. Are on the verge of losing to another team. We got a whistle and we got a booking coming. Is it? I believe it's on Martindale. Well, as you know, it's on. Excuse me, it wasn't on Martindale. Excuse me, it looks like it was on Owen Brown of Brooks. He's the one going off right now. So, be an LA free kick, it looks like. And here is Scheib to take it. Threaded for Vitesse. It'll be a corner. How'd you guys do? Score? No. What was the score? 1-0. All right. So the LA girls beat Brooks 1-0. It's good. Can the LA boys pull even here? Brooks able to keep it out of the box. So like I say, LA's lost to 2 teams ahead of them in the ISL standings, are losing to a third and have yet to play Rivers, Nobles, and BB&N. They still have those 3 games left. And the Rivers and Nobles games, I should say in the correct order, the Nobles and Rivers games are back-to-back away games on Friday and next Wednesday. So this last stretch of games is really the measuring stick right now for the Spartans to see where they will stand and if they will be able to secure a NEPSAC postseason berth. That blast secured by Zach Amato has been tested much more here in the second half. So they have Nobles and Rivers on the road. Then they host Belmont Hill a week from Friday. Belmont Hill not having a good year, 1-5-3 in the ISL, 1-7-4 overall. You'd figure that would be a win. And then crosstown rival Groton at Groton on November 6th. On November 9th, which is 2 weeks from today. at Groton. Groton enters play today at 2-6-1, 2-6-2 overall. So those are your winnable. So those are your most winnable games of the rest of the way. And then BB&N Senior Night, Friday the 11th, which we will have a doubleheader, by the way. LA boys and girls soccer doubleheader that day under the lights that they bring in, portable lights. But having those two games at Nobles and Rivers back-to-back on the road, knowing how you fared against St. Sebastian's, Milton, and now Brooks. Time to see what the Spartans are made of these last 5 games, right? Turnover here. Brooks looking to put it away. Oh, nearly an own goal. Result in a corner. Hey, guys, can you back up, please? Thank you. Try to blow up the... Yeah, that'll help. Do this. Here's another chance for Brooks, and again pushed wide right. You see Scheib not wasting any time. And now we got a whistle. Referee holding the restart. We got a late substitution here. And it looks like Chris Scheib is coming off for the Spartans. Sam Campbell is on. And it'll be headed away at midfield. Out to the far side. And Graham up the right side for Gomes. Under 3 minutes to go. Looks like it's going to be a Brooks win. Kyle Joyce with his 10th of the season. And a whistle. And it looks like Otobanjo got brought down from behind there. Quick restart for Brooks. There is Bertos. A lot of traffic here. Guys, please. Here's a chance into the box. Punched away. Otobanjo goes down. Spartans on the counterattack. Headed ahead for Campbell. Can't catch up to it. Amato clears. Clock stopped at 2 minutes. No foul there, but Otobanjo's got it. Here come the Bishops. Got a whistle. Guys, please. Scheib's coming all the way up here to take this free kick. Now Scheib's got to sprint back to his goal. The Spartans wanted a handball in the box. They got nothing out of it. Referee's flag is up. Now the linesman's flag is up. Now the referee's going to talk to the linesman. Oh, boy. It'll be booted towards the box and cleared. Brooks is going into the corner just to kill some time. Just waiting for the referee's final whistle at this point, with the clock being stopped at 2 minutes for a while now. Goes out of bounds here on the near side. Kafua. I talk so much about LA, what they have left. What does Brooks have left? Well, they have 3 home games in a row after this against Govs, BB&N, and Nobles, and then finish the season at Milton and at Tabor. One last opportunity maybe for Brooks. It goes out of bounds. Actually, result was a foul, a free kick for LA. Scheib going up to take it. Burdos again in the middle of it, pursuing it. And now he's got it. He's got some space in the middle of the field. He wants one more for the Bishops, but the play is offside. Again, Scheib coming up quickly to force the issue. Maybe some miracle science. The Spartans be able to get 2 out of it. Will get 2 goals and get a point. I don't think that's going to happen. Good clean tackle. Stops that possession for Brooks. Now on the left side, tried to get it to Campbell. Cut off by the Brooks back line, and that will do it. Brooks 2, LA 0. Brooks now at 24 points in the ISL standings. They are 8-2-0. LA falls to 4-3-3 and 5-3-3 overall. And Brooks now 3 points, 1 win behind Milton. At their next 2 games at home against Govs and BB&N. Govs in the basement of the ISL at 0-9-1, and BB&N just ahead of LA entering play at 6-3. Figure Govs would be a win. BB&N maybe could go either way. Then Nobles, that'll be a tough test. Nobles has only 1 loss on the season. Overall 8 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. And then the end of the season, and then they finish the season at Milton, again unbeaten, 10-0-3 overall, 9-0 in the ISL, and then at Tabor, who tied LA a couple weeks ago here. Lawrence and Tabor both at 4-3-3 now. So we'll see how the ISL title race shakes out and how the Spartans will respond with a tough test here in their final stretch of the season. Co-players of the game, you got to give it to, again, Kyle Joyce, his 10th of the season. Brady Sullivan, his 1st of the season, and a clean sheet for Zach Amato. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes and beyond for over a decade. Copyright 2022, unauthorized distribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that you can advertise on LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad, and you can hire us to stream your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event for as little as $100. You can email samfeelypvp@gmail.com for all that information. And if you're down with the sound called LSP, follow and support us on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37, and of course subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel where you can watch our next broadcast Saturday afternoon at 12:55 p.m. Tabor versus Lawrence Academy in NEPSAC at ISL football action. And if you want to buy a DVD of that game or buy a bunch of other stuff with words on it, I guess, check out the LSP store, lsp37.creator-spring.com for merchandise, and samfeelypvp@gmail.com for DVDs. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Brooks Bishops 2 and the Lawrence Academy Spartans 0. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. You got all that? Good. Thanks for tuning in.